So, the game is going to be BMCrusher versus Kealen. I must say BMCrusher is my favorite nick in the whole tournament.
Bad Manner Crush. I really like that.
I'm
That's
just
really cool.
wondering about one thing.
Where are they from?
Crushing his enemy with bad manners, or is he crushing bad-mannered enemies?
Ben, could you read?
Kealen is...
Lydia, do you have the emails open from the players?
Yeah, I'm trying to... I
Excellent.
found Kealen. He's the one who's training to be a firefighter in the Royal Air Force.
Oh. Basically, we had one application to the SC2 Apprentice, and Keelan's application was more of a dating application. it was mostly Kealen going like, "Hey guys, I am pretty cool, you know."
Yeah.
But it was a good email, so we got him in.
BMCrusher is Belgian.
I think we know who Lufus's favorite is.
Yeah, and BMCrusher is the guy. BMCrusher is the guy with the last name that is impossible to pronounce.
Oh yeah,
the one with the CKX in the. I mean, who the fuck puts an X after CK?
I don't know.
I lived in Belgium for 10 years. I've never seen a last name that ends with CKX.
That is not good. That is not good. Yeah. Okay, I think it's stabilized. Okay, that's good. One question, guys. Did we get Klaatu into his games or Joe?
Yes, that's Inge. That's Inge who's actually in charge of that.
Ben, could you confirm that?
Yes.
So we are sure that there were no more walkovers because he's actually here. And if there's time within the group, they could just play him anyway. To be honest, just telling you that. Anyway, it's a ZVP, and it is on. This is actually really confusing because I really don't know how. Like the metagame on pro level in ZVP has just changed massively because the Protoss Death Ball. Well, let's put it like this. It is no longer the best option ever to keep your units clumped up against infestors. Because infestors hurt. They kill stuff hard. But BMCrusher is actually planning on going for a fast expansion by the looks of it. I am hoping that he's going to go for a Forge expand. Because that would be excellent. And yes, he will. Forge expand.
You were requested to show the production tab.
Production tab, and I will actually give you the name tab. Who asked for the production tab?
Adrian Healy.
Thank you, Adrian. You are most correct. That is excellent. Yes.
He's also sending me hearts.
Oh God. That is
telling me he loves me.
That is
what? BMCrusher just canceled.
He's my little fanboy. He's my little Belgian fanboy. Adrian Healy.
This is actually kind of weird. Did Kealen just cancel his?
Cancelled a simulator and he's building another pylon. I'm not sure what. He also stopped building probes for a very long time. I think he's not really familiar with this build order.
No, but I mean the Warlock looks fine. What I'm more surprised about is Kealen not going for a fast expansion.
Yeah, what is Kealen doing?
I really don't know. He has the money and he has everything. He
is chilling.
Yes, and that's just really bizarre.
I mean, I sometimes see dreams. I have to admit, I see dreams where I just have my base and I have my CVs mining, and everything is fine, and I don't have to do anything else.
This is almost as good as the time.
And there's like peace on Earth. What?
This is almost as good as the time when I was back in Finland and Lufus was sleeping, I was not, and all of a sudden she tried to explain to me in her sleep the best 2v2 strategy ever involving Vikings.
Yeah, you were supposed to use that with Ben.
Yeah, indeed.
I mean, seriously, that was the best strategy ever.
Is Kealen actually gonna go for a roach rush? Because that's what it looks like. It's a really...
That's totally what it looks like.
It is a really bizarre roach rush.
Yeah, as a gas, and now his...
I mean, I just really wish he would have gotten that expansion a bit earlier, because right now he has no larva, and he's stacking up on... I mean, even if he is lagging, that lag does not make up for the fact that he doesn't have an expansion in the 5-minute mark. But yeah, BMCrusher is actually completely walled off, and if Kealen actually attacked with a Roach Rush right now, like after that lava pops, if he attacks, he can very well do some damage, because all BMCrusher has out right now is one photon cannon. Right, I have to say, I still would really like Kealen to get that expansion. Even if he's not planning on using it for economical purposes, it would really help out to get that more larva. And here we go, finally the expansion going down at 6-minute mark in the game. That is way too late, and that's not really going to work out. And there are 3 photon cannons defending all of BMCrusher's facilities. And the roaches are actually on their way right now, and there are more roaches coming, and Kealen is very much supply blocked at the moment. He is ahead in the supply, but then again, there is some theoretical supply bound down into BMCrusher's photon cannons, so... But I have to say, this is not really the way that Zerg is supposed to be played. I mean, as Zerg, you have 2 options. Either you go economical, and then you just go very aggressive early game, or then you can go aggressive off 2 base. You don't go aggressive on units of 1 base, and then just don't expand on time. It just doesn't work. And
but he actually has 7 roaches.
He does, but those 7 roaches are not doing any damage, and
10 roaches.
The bigger problem is that they're not even attempting to do any damage.
No, they're chilling.
BMCrusher has a frightening amount of cannons there.
Yeah, he does, and that's actually all of his supply.
I kind of just like to have all the pylons supporting the cannons on the outside of his wall. Those can just be off.
Well, if those are sniped off, it's going to be kind of brutal, but then again, 2 of those cannons are overlapping, so... But yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see, I mean, if Kealen realizes that he can just snipe off 2 pylons, he's gonna win this easily, but still, I mean, I wouldn't put it, even if he's a good player, he doesn't necessarily know that, because there might be cannons in the back protecting it.
I mean, he does not really see that. How much does he see of that right now? He knows of 1 cannon. He knows about the outside pylons, though.
Yeah, he does, but...
10 roaches cannot break 5 cannons, I'm quite sure about that.
No, they cannot. And there are more roaches pouring in. I mean, what I'm really curious about is the income tab. Yeah, 21 drones against 40 harvest. Holy crap, that was difficult. 21 drones against 41 probes. There we go. And now he's actually scouting the front.
Okay, now he's...
And let's see actually what he sees.
Marcus realizes what's up. He is very far behind economically. He needs to do some damage here. If he gets those pylons, he's free to do damage.
Yeah, indeed. And that is actually kind of like... Now he's scouted the front and he knows exactly where those pylons are.
BMCrusher warping in more pylons, but they are not covering the cannons. Just 1 pylon in the back covering the cannons additionally, and his wall was...
And here we go. Let's see if he actually is going to go for the pylon snipe. And first pylon.
That pylon is supporting 1 cannon.
And nice micro on that 1 roach. And
1 pylon is down. 1 cannon has been unhoused.
But that is still way too expensive, and now there are more pylons coming up for BMCrusher, and I don't think Kealen can break this in any way. No, that is just impossible to break. He should just drone up like crazy, make up for the last time. And that is his only hope of getting back into the game. I mean, it is a big map. He should just go and expand once at least. Maybe even double expand and just pump out drones like a madman. But the problematic thing right now is that those stalkers are actually getting quite huge in numbers. I mean, it's not a big number of stalkers per se, but it's a big enough number to be threatening to the measly amount of roaches that Kealen has.
Can't really break the wall right now.
He can't. No, he cannot break the wall.
And the stalkers that are positioned very nicely at the ramp here are protecting this.
Yep, and BMCrusher is actually getting out Immortals to deal with the roaches as well. One thing we can actually see from this is that BMCrusher is a very he's a reacting player. He doesn't really, he doesn't really play intuitively. He just reacts to whatever his opponent is doing. Wall off at the start, see roaches, pump out the counter.
You can absolutely do that as a Protoss.
Yeah, you can.
Especially with a very safe expo like that. The problem with a playstyle like that is that the Zerg can take the entire map and just out-macro you like hell. But Kealen is not doing that right now. He tried to go for a roach rush, but it's not working out. They're immortals out right now, so roaches won't be able to do anything unless he had a really, really big number. But he only has 9 left against 2 immortals. Those immortals on their own can almost kill the roaches.
Yep, but now there are a lot of reinforcements.
Yes, but still not enough to break.
No, not enough to break that by far. No. And the problem is that right now BMCrusher is getting so far ahead economically that even if Kealen was to put all his economy into army right now, it would still not help. I mean, look at the income tab.
Right now, Nidus Worm in the main.
That would work, and that would be brilliant. But I mean, if you look at the Overlord spread, well, there is none. So
there is no. But yeah. A Nidus Worm in the back there would be awesome. You can use the Nidus Worm to retreat as well. There's nothing there to defend.
Yes, indeed. And here is actually that. If he gets that pylon,
and
no,
and he does not finish it off. 32 HP left.
And that's actually a good choice. And nice denying the triple warp pen.
There we go.
But still, not enough. There are 4 photon kind of shooting, and there are just so many units, and he actually doesn't have metabolic boost.
Losing so
Oh wow!
14 minutes into the game and no metabolic boost. That is just bad. Oh no.
That's insane, yeah.
Yeah, he really needs
25 harvesters.
You know what really worries me as well?
Sitting there and getting more and more units.
What really worries me as well is that they are both actually floating a lot of minerals. You would think it's impossible to, if you're playing this passively, to float, but they are. And now Kealen actually pumping out some drones, but
Zerglings are actually a decent counter to Stalker Immortal army, but very few Zerglings, and they don't even have speed.
Yep, and now the Stalkers are just picking off the roaches.
Picking them off. Absolutely no defenses at home for Kealen. There's some more Zerglings coming up, but that is not looking good. BMCrusher might be able to finish off the game right there. And the static defenses are not being thrown out. They wouldn't do much anyway, not against 5 Immortals.
Nope, they would not. And
they even have 1-1 upgrades. 5 shots, oh well. And Kealen just GGing before the attack even hit. Tragic.
No, I think he tried to spell laggy.
No, that's still laggy.
GG Wyatt.
Queens joining the fray, some stalkers down, but that was a nice wall of units. Rushed up against the wall. Wonderful. And Group B is finished with all of their games. I'll tell you this much. Let's go into detail after this. That expo went down fast.
Well, if you have 5 Immortals, yes they do. And those larvae go down very fast as well.
They do. Are larvae counted as armored units?
Yes, they are. No, they are light. They are light biological with 10 armor.
I know they have 10 armor. But do they have the armor?
No, they are light.
I think that a unit with 10 armor does not have the armor attribute.
Yeah.
I mean, how can a larva be armored anyway?
Well, how can it have 10 armor?
Yeah, exactly. How can it be armored in the first place?
It isn't armored apparently.
And if Kealen disconnects right now, I think it's safe to say that we give this win to BMCrusher.
Yes.
Yep, the win goes to BMCrusher.
Well, he's not dropping him.